Hey, everybody. This is Tack Lab, where we sit down and have an open conversation about bullshit.
Bullshit.
It's a podcast.
I think we should just pre-record something,
That's fine.
and we'll give the Gmail.
Okay.
We're trying it on today.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Still going. This is it.
This is the intro, yeah. Maybe it's a little silly.
I don't think so.
It's a little extra.
We got to polish it.
Yeah.
And then I won't feel so weird. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tack Lab, where four friends sit down to talk about pretty much anything. I'm Tyler, like always. I'm surrounded by three beautiful friends. Chris, how are you?
Doing good, brother. Just getting ready to celebrate Juneteenth.
Dink. How are you, Thomas?
What, Father's Day?
I was skipping it this year.
Okay.
Doing
There you
Juneteenth.
That's what I'm saying.
Chris, can you read this? This is in honor of Alex doing his Norm Macdonald's honor. So
Okay.
So read this, and then open it up and read the answer.
Okay. All right. I'm asking Alex.
Just ask anybody.
Hey, guys. Why do black people have nightmares?
Why?
I don't know.
Because we shot the last one with a dream.
Oh, no.
And I like how dream is like marked out. Like you were going to say something else.
I wrote it, and I didn't know if you'd be able to read it, so I wrote it again.
What do you mean by we shot the last one? I had a dream. I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
That's why I had Chris read it.
Don't
I wasn't even alive.
That's why I had Chris read it.
I'm not related to the Bushes.
That's why
Britt or Jones shot him.
That's why I had Chris read it.
How are you, Alex?
I just wanted to start off with a bang, I guess.
I found out a life hack the other day to make more money.
Thanks, Chris.
What was it?
So now, like, I have $1,000 in my bank.
Okay.
It was like 2% interest.
That's it?
Right.
So what I did was take $500 of it,
Okay.
put it in another bank
Right.
with 2%.
Right.
Now I'm getting 4%
Four,
on
baby.
$1,000, right?
Big brain.
How are you getting? What?
There you go.
I'm just printing money now.
There you go.
What? What?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually,
Now what I'm going to do next month is I'm going to take that $1,000, break it out into $100,
put it in 10
put it in
bucks.
10 banks at 2%. Dude, I ain't got working every day of my life.
Or you can make all your you could buy stuff on Amazon, get 5% cash back, and then pay that bill off.
Exactly.
If you subscribe to your own Twitch channel, you can give yourself $2 a month.
Yeah. Man, compound
I
interest.
mean, it adds up, right? I mean,
Yeah.
why
Right.
would I have 2% at one bank? Why can I have
You know what's cool is that you have 2% at one bank, 2% at the second bank, adding up to 4%.
But it ends up making less money
and
because it's 2% of a lesser value.
And in June, inflation finally lowered itself to 4%, so you're breaking even.
Oh my god! It's like if I buy a house and the housing market bubble breaks
Yeah.
and my house loses value.
Yeah, you don't pay the rest.
I don't
of
pay the rest.
it. Yeah, you don't pay the rest of it. You just tell them you're not going to pay.
Yeah, I don't. You owe me money. That's how it works, right?
Call the guy
Yeah,
that
you get
sold
it
you.
reappraised after 10 years.
The bank sends me a mortgage payment.
I never learned economics, so I'm not good at it.
You call them and you say, "Come and take it."
Come and take it. I'm squatting this bitch.
I haven't paid a house payment in 23 months. That gives me squatters' rights.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're going to have
As
to go
long as you don't leave the house,
Yep.
they can't do anything to you.
Just
Yeah.
You
DoorDash.
should have really done this during COVID.
as long as you don't get eviction papers in your hand, don't ever answer the door.
You can still squat.
It's like getting served.
Yeah.
Don't answer the door.
How are you doing, Tyler?
I'm good. I'm good. Busy as ever. Maybe busier now than ever.
Getting
But-
close to
Now more
moving
than
on
ever.
in.
Getting close. I got to finish my cabinets, put a floor down, build some bathroom stuff, hook the power up, and then I think technically I could legally live in it. So, getting close.
Close. That's good.
Yeah, a lot of work, boys. Feel like I'm working for myself. and not getting any beneficial
What
return.
you should have been doing is
No pay.
out of the loan you took out to build that, you should have been paying yourself.
Yeah, you should have started. You should have started an LLC so you could bankrupt it.
Yeah,
and keep all
You
the
pay
profits.
yourself after loans, and then after you pay yourself and complete the house, you file bankruptcy.
Turn it in on taxes.
Then you get a free house. No, they got
I
to.
think you can go to the bank and get like 3 LLC things a month, right?
Yeah, and they can't
bankrupt each one.
And they can't come after you because you put the house in a trust.
so
They
every
go after
month,
the
yeah.
trust that went bankrupt.
Yeah,
They
you get
can't.
you get a divorce first. That way they can't come back on Elizabeth either.
Yeah, you just got to do like enough paperwork that takes them like 15 years to figure out.
But for real, honestly, next year on my taxes, could I say I worked for myself and I paid like a labor thing, like all the labor I did on the house for myself? Could I claim that?
I think what they call that is claiming the equity when you own the house.
Yeah,
I'll claim the
think-
equity.
I don't think that.
I think that's where you get paid back. Is like I built this house for $100,000, now it's worth $250.
It's all
That's your time.
legally.
That's your time. Is that equity?
Yeah, your payroll is the extra added value of you putting your time into it
I'll take
when
it.
you sell it.
Well, I can't claim it. You're saying I can't claim it.
No, I don't.
You're
think
not going to
so.
get a tax write off unless you have like
Yeah.
a LLC or anything.
I think you should go to a tax expert and discuss this with them. Though, be like, so I built a house last year, and I want to pay for my time. I won't pay myself for my time.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
have either a S corp or a LLC to get a tax write off when you do stuff like that.
If that's
Oh, well, I have a 1099, so
no, now you create an LLC.
You have to have some sort of business because you can't claim a loss against yourself. It's like when you build a deck in your.
I can claim a loss against myself
Well, it's going to be bad when you have to.
because
file.
I'm 1099. I have materials, tools, all that stuff that I buy.
I think you can show that you did home improvements, but I don't know if they have a thing for building a home.
What are you going to do when you,
no one does that.
What are you going to do though when the LLC that you created has to file a lawsuit against you for not paying because it has a fiduciary responsibility to recoup the losses?
You set a lien on your own property against yourself.
The state will never see it coming. Like, yeah, when your
Perpetual paperwork
Yep,
loophole.
that's it. Your house goes into foreclosure, but you already have a lien for the full price of the house. From
And-
the
And I
LLC.
charge myself for embezzlement.
And then you squat.
Yeah.
You sue yourself.
I sue myself for embezzlement.
You pay yourself $4 million when you settle out.
I'm
And then you,
facing
and then
my
you squat in the house.
literally.
Literally. You literally. What would happen if you foreclosed on your house? Do you still stay in the garage?
No, because I use that as equity to get the house
Okay.
to get the house loan.
I was wondering.
They
I was
take
like,
it all.
Wait, it's like someone's going to move in next to you, and you're like in there, like, God damn, these motherfuckers next
Keep
door.
it down over there.
You're like out of spite, just in there making noise all night.
Yeah.
I used to live there.
Just got impact wrenches going.
I built that house.
Just
You just have like a leather belt on your lathe, just like ka-ta, ka-ta, ka-ta.
All you need is one of those big zip ties. It'll just
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Definitely don't put those around drive shafts of someone you want to fuck
You
with.
did
I
that?
went up.
You could do it to have a good time.
What happened?
Oh, it sounds like the truck's coming apart. the big long ones.
Yeah.
Was that
Because
It doesn't sound like a bicycle with a baseball
in it.
card in it.
it sounded like it sounded like his motor dropped a bearing inside of it, and he drove down the road a little bit,
Was it
and
like-
we heard him coming. Yeah, we put like two. We put like two on there.
It's just like,
did it ever cause any real damage?
He didn't go very far. We were waiting in the bushes down the road for him. You could hear him coming from half a mile away.
my truck sounds weird.
Yeah, I moved my first sergeant that I've worked for in the military. I moved his truck, and he knew it was me. Like, he knew exactly who did it. He come right to the shop, looked right at me, and said, "Move it back." I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "Move it back now." I said, "Okay."
How far did you move it?
I moved it like half a football field away.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like 3 feet, and he was just like pissed just because.
I moved it from one end of the parking lot to the other. And apparently he had to go to a doctor's appointment that day.
Whoops.
Yeah.
The timing.
Oh well.
The timing.
Lock your car.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Don't leave your keys hanging out.
I somehow left my phone unlocked one time, and one of my friends got a hold of it and went on the Facebook and made a Facebook post that just said, "I like turtles."
Yeah, you're lucky. That's all they did.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, okay, dude, cool. I deleted it pretty quick.
You should have kept it. That's not hurting anybody.
He got another guy. He got another guy's phone. His name was B Right. And B Right.
Is that his actual his
That
real,
is his name.
That's his legal name?
His last name is Bright, but everybody calls him B Right.
Oh, so that's not his legal God-given name.
Not how you pronounce it. He is staunchly
Be a lot cooler if it was.
against gays and blacks, borderline racist, borderline homophobic.
It's fire and brimstone.
Homophobic.
Homophobic. Stars and bars.
Gotcha.
He wouldn't appreciate this.
He would.
That's too much.
Oh, all that.
too
all
much.
that's. Yeah.
That's too much.
Well, you got heterosexual porn. You got titty water gun. You got Ronald Reagan. You got Make America Great Again. That's his whole wall.
Oh, I was saying the rainbow.
Oh, he wouldn't even notice that with the titties there. He wouldn't even be looking at the rainbow flag. So
Fair enough.
they got his phone. They made they posted on there that like he likes. I think they said he was like looking to date guys, like on Facebook. Dude,
How pissed was he?
he was pissed. We would go in his office and he would have Spotify playing on a big TV because his computer was connected to a big ass TV. He would always play. He'd always play Pandora music,
Okay.
and Tom would always go in there and put it on gay music stations, and he would go to the trouble of then he'd see it, he'd change it, he'd like go and search 5 or 6 artists just to work the gay category off of his like current.
They won't bring it up in the random.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's where if he's like subscribed to it, you make the gay thing, and then you thumbs up, skip, thumbs up, skip, thumbs up, skip, thumbs up, skip through the gay category, and these gotta go through all his fucking likes and find those songs.
Yeah, congratulations, your thumbprint is screwed.
Do y'all ever fuck with people at work that you work with?
Not their phones.
Never professional.
I know we used to smash. I know y'all. We used to like slice water bottles with your big
Yeah.
knives,
Yeah.
and
We're not the common worker anymore.
right.
We're upper management.
You're
now.
almost running the company,
We're-
so you got to set an example.
We're upper
Yeah,
management.
we fired a
now.
guy the other day.
I did
What for?
for being an asshole to Alex. Very petty.
What did he do?
I still hadn't heard the story, but secondhand.
You want to talk
Oh,
about
he
it?
didn't want to get in the back of the truck, right 3 deep in the back.
See what can I?
Yeah.
Let me tell what I heard, and you
Okay.
can tell me if it's correct or not. See, what I had heard was you had told him, okay, you got to get in the truck, and they were going to ride 5 people in one truck, so 3 people in the back seat.
Right.
Not that big of a deal. It's a diesel truck, so there's room, but
Crummy.
It is what it is.
Kinda
it's
sucky.
It's not fun, but it's not the end of the world.
It's part of the job.
Because if we take a second truck, we have 3 people in that truck and 2 in another one.
Right.
Yeah, and then it's like, why? You're
Right.
just gas and resources, and then that truck can break or blow up or whatever.
It's part of the job.
So it's fine. At least they weren't 3 in the front, 3 in the back. Anyways, he told this new guy they had only been there for like 4 days. This was his 5th day.
Yeah.
He told him, all right, you're gonna have to get in. And then my account of the story was the guy said, no, I don't want to do that. And then you told him, yes, you're going to. And he said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not riding 3 deep. So you looked at him and said, all right, well, you can go home then. And
Yeah.
then he walked to his car and then came back and said, fine, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
what
much.
that's what I heard happened.
Yeah, because he turned around and started mouth off some stuff, and I
And
said,
he,
"We
like,
just go
mumbled-
home then."
Yeah, because you don't like when people turn around and give a mumble under their
Yeah.
breath. Because that's like one of your no-nos. That's your,
Yeah, like if you're gonna say some shit, say it.
Yeah.
Say it. So I was like, "You can just go home then."
like I imagine he turned around and was just like,
Fuck this shit, probably.
It's like,
But then he grabbed his vest and hard hat and got in the back seat. But then I turned around and talked to the other crew, and turned it back around, and 2 of the guys were getting keys for the second truck, and Christian was pulling forward to leave, and I was like, "No, get in that truck." I was like, at that point, I was like, "Y'all are riding through, like, prove a point." Because the driver was like, "I don't
See,
want to hear him whine the entire time."
I
I was like, "I
didn't
don't
hear
care."
this. I didn't hear this.
And then I
actually.
said, "The new guy's not telling me what he's going to do, what's going to happen."
Yeah.
Nope.
And then,
Everybody came back today, and he did not.
yeah,
That was his last day on the job.
Who fired him?
That was me.
Because you heard the story and you were like, no.
He's not gonna. A very new guy is not gonna fuck around with.
Yeah. What'd you
Yeah.
tell him?
I told him.
it wasn't working out.
Yeah, I just texted him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had a conversation with him.
Well,
Because those are always scary, right?
That same day, he had turned in his info to get a direct deposit, and I could have told him then, but I didn't. I waited till he drove away, and I was like, "It's not working out. Just I'll send you your check in the mail."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, okay." And then later he was like, "Did I do something wrong?" I was just like, "You already said okay. I'm not talking to you now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
already acknowledged that you're not coming back. I'm not worried about it."
Have you guys ever fired someone face to face? Or do you try to minimize that for safety reasons?
I've told someone to go the fuck home before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably more than once.
We've probably had more people say, "Thanks for the opportunity. I'm quitting," than we fire people.
Yeah, more people
Really?
walk out than we have to fire them.
Yeah, we have several people just
They show up first thing in the
There's-
morning.
yeah.
They see what we're going to do for the day, and they're like,
fuck this.
I ain't feeling that. Literally, they get there.
Yeah.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We have our 5-minute morning meeting, and they're like, I just don't want to do this no more. And they clock out and leave. They're like, thanks, but I just don't. I'm not feeling this right
And
now.
half the time they just clock out and don't say nothing. I'm like,
Well, yeah,
where'd he go?
that's happened. That's happened at least 4 times in the past 2
Yeah,
years.
and everyone's like,
It's
he
weird.
quit. He'll go behind the trailer and tell everybody what his opinions are. And
All
blah, blah,
right,
blah, blah.
guys, I'm out
But
of
then
here.
he's like, won't say anything to me or Thomas. We're just like, where'd the homeboy go? And it's like, oh, he
He
left.
left.
well, thanks for telling me, everybody else.
Yeah.
So those people actually show up, they clock in, and then they bitch out and leave
Yeah, do
without
you-
even being like, "Man, I can't fucking do this." And
So you piss people off or something? You give off that vibe?
Or they just don't want
No,
the
we
workload.
hire some people who are experts at what they're doing, but don't want to do the grunt work.
Yeah.
They
And
think
then-
they should automatically lead a crew.
but they got to come in and prove that they can do the work before we let them lead a crew.
And
Alex
when you hop
intimidates
on a
them.
striper and paint a crooked fucking line, I don't think you can do. You know what you're talking about.
I just got to work the bugs out.
Yeah,
dude push a striper down the road with the brake on. The fucking line's like this. It's like, do you see that picture that Dale sent you?
probably.
How do you fix that? Do you spray paint that
We gotta
black?
black it out and just hope it don't wear out.
Because it will.
It's on fucking Providence Road at the fucking Johnson Road. It's gonna wear off real fast.
But can you still see a thicker paint under
Yeah, you
that?
can see our new paint on top of like squiggle black. So when that wears out, you're gonna have like 8 fucking lines of yellow. Just on...
Oh, he didn't send it to me.
Okay.
So you didn't have to drive you didn't have to ride or drive in
No,
that
he's just-
truck of 5. You,
No,
and you also didn't take another person in your passenger seat.
No,
No,
fuck
they can
them.
easily ride in my truck. I'm not. I know they all sit there and ask that. They're like, he's coming to the job too. Why can't I ride in his truck?
But we do other stuff.
Yes,
we
I
have
don't
to go
stay
do,
on the job. If I take a 6th person with me and I leave to go 40 fucking minutes away or an hour away somewhere else to look at something,
or go
y'all
pick
are
up
shit up Shit
something.
Creek. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
just
why
go
I-
and avoid it.
That's why I don't take people with me in first thing in the morning, because it's like if I'm coming back to the shop early, this person's clocking out and everybody's getting mad.
Yeah.
Or
I'm not gonna
not
leave.
not
go
leaving
back.
early, but coming back to do. We have an office now, so coming back to do office work at the end of the day.
You don't have to explain it to me. You've been there. You two have been there the longest. If you get off early, you get off early. Everybody else has to put the time in.
They bitch regardless if we're out there with them or not.
They do.
And if I'm out there counting a plan, they're like, he's in the truck and AC. He must be nice.
Yeah, well, you're always going to
I am
have
an
that.
Yeah.
You're always going to have that.
So I'd rather be in the office counting.
I know, the
It's
internet
much
sucks.
nicer there. You got a real AC and not in
play-
the fucking
I
truck
can play-
with half-ass internet.
Play games
You
in
can play
between
video games and
games.
stuff too.
Oh, you're talking about?
It's much more cozy in there.
This motherfucker's playing Marvel Snap.
I got on Steam. One screen Steam and one screen's to playing. And I do one plan, play a game, one plan, play a game. Sometimes I'm counting the plan as in between rounds. I'm just like,
Nice.
It works. It works.
I can
it was
just
down today for some
I can
reason.
just see you pissing somebody off. Somebody being like intimidated by you. Be like,
I'm just a big softy. That's all it is.
no, but you look like you wouldn't be.
Do you ever?
You
know what I'm saying?
Jane Six face, yeah.
Are you like you You better go fucking say something to that guy before I have to. Do you
Yeah.
ever do that?
What do you mean?
So like, if I get mad at someone I really don't want to yell at,
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, my nephew, he'll come out and help us sometimes. Well, he's real bad to like take long breaks, frequent breaks, and he needs a break. People need a break.
That goddamn slave labor over here.
But at the same time, I'm like, take 10, guys, and then they'll go take 10, and I'll be like, all right, guys, let's get back to it. They'll sit there for 5 minutes, and I'm like, hey, let's go. And then if they're still sitting there, I'll go to kneel because the next step.
That's why
you
don't
going to the person like get the fuck up.
Yeah, the next step is me losing my mind.
Yeah. That's why you don't give them that 10 to start with.
Yep.
Well,
that's what we learned.
you don't give them that. You give them like a lunch break.
Well,
because it's required by state law.
We definitely want to advocate water, drinking water and making sure you don't get overheated. And so the next step is for me to just tell my buddy, like, you say something to him before I do.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can't be doing that, man. It looks like you're wimping out, getting punked.
Well, I'm a fair guy. I'm a fair guy.
You gotta step up to him and be like,
he's my nephew. Ladies. He's my nephew.
Get the fuck up, bitches. It's time to go.
So I just, you ever get yelled at by your dad? Like hardcore yelled at, and you're like, it's like that first moment you realized.
Not in a long time.
I saw my dad. We've talked about this. I think you have seen this. Have you ever seen your dad move fast?
What?
Yeah. They got that 6th gear that pops in when they're mad.
What?
They're busting the door and like, get a fucking job!
Yeah.
One time I was like dead ass asleep. My dad just breaks the room, like, get the fuck out! Get a fucking job! I'll tell your mom bitching me out! And he's like yelling at him. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck?
Because someone was on his ass.
Yeah, he's like, get a fucking job, you mother.
You got the downhill shitstorm.
I know. I'm like, I was gonna say like fuck you, but that's like I've been like at whole.
Yeah.
This is not the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
It'll change you. You're like, we're supposed to be buddies, and then he just busts in, and like you said, he's got that 6
I got in trouble for stealing crackers and stuff, and I used to hide them in the vents. and I get called from my mom, and then my dad come home and then just shove my head in the couch cushion and beat me with a belt.
God damn.
That's a story.
Why are you still crackers, boy?
I was still me and my brother were hoarding Ritz crackers in air vents to get snacks because we couldn't get food.
God damn, most people were hiding porn magazine pictures.
I was that's how desperate it was as being a kid growing up in the household.
Smuggling crackers?
We had a thing for some fucking reason.
Oh, damn.
We couldn't just go get something to eat. We had to ask for it, or there was like designated eating times.
Right.
Yeah. They
Like,
didn't want you just like snacking and ruining the dinner time.
It was a big, it was a big.
So
moment.
me and my brother were like, well, I'm fucking, we're
snack.
10 years old. We're growing. Like we got to eat. So we were just like horse, and then we get ants in the trailer. And then I was still food, and my mom, I'm telling your dad, and then get her ass beat. Like the house, it'd be like 5 o'clock. You'll come home from work, and like the house will clear out. It's me and my brother, and then my dad will walk in. It's just like,
yeah, and you can hear those heavy footsteps coming through a trailer too.
In my mind, it's like some shit from a TV show. It's like everyone clears out. My mom and my sister and my grandma. Everyone's outside, and it's just me and my brother.
Did he come in and tell them to beat it?
They're already out of the house. They knew.
How does he know what you did?
Because he would come home and they're all outside, and my mom's like, "Eric's stealing crack."
Did you run? Did you run inside?
I was just sitting on the couch waiting. What's about to happen?
Were you like a scared dog that goes on its back?
Yeah,
when he got you.
My dad never did it. It was like once in a blue moon. But he came in so fucking mad. He shoved my head into the couch and beat the shit out of me with the belt.
That really happened?
For stealing crack. Yeah.
Dude, that's like a dog. That's like beating a dog. That's like
you
losing
were joking.
That's like really happened.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's like losing your mind against the dog. You just got the dog down and you're just whooping it.
And then my brother just sit beside me crying, and then my dad goes him next.
I bet you guys win.
And then he'll come back 30 minutes later and he's like, I didn't like doing that. Whole typical like
that's the manipulation
part.
part.
That's the serotonin wearing off.
He probably actually felt bad.
He got a serotonin.
Like, why am I beating them for stealing crackers?
He overdid it because he had to.
They're just hungry.
As you're in your room crying, he's sitting there like, what the fuck did I do?
I just beat them because they wanted to eat.
But can you imagine when he first comes home? He's tired of being at work getting bitched at all day.
And then my mom's bitching him out.
And then as soon as he opens the door and he's like, all right, I'm just going to eat a fucking pizza tonight and just take a shower and be good. He opens the door. them fucking kids ate the goddamn crackers
He's
and
like,
left them in the fucking vent. Go do something
just
now. And
snaps.
he's just like, God damn it, the last thing I fucking needed.
Yeah.
He was showing your maybe
he was probably
showing,
taking what he wanted to do to my mom is what he took out on us.
Yes.
or he was like, you asked for this, all right, and he went back and handled y'all, and he was like, you happy? That's what you
Yeah.
wanted, right?
But it was really only that one summer that happened.
What was going on that summer with him?
Well,
he was snapped
we
right
were
there.
we were in Virginia living.
Dude was fucking
And this
cracked.
was before. Let's see.
9/11.
This was before fourth grade. I was in third grade, I think. So this was before I actually officially moved down here and started school. This was like the summer before.
Pre 9/11.
Yeah, way before 9/11.
Okay,
So we were at my grandmother's house staying for the summer. So we were just storing food.
Oh, he didn't want to be
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
yeah, that was tensions are high moment right there.
Yeah.
He's like, why am I here with these people?
But after that, it never happened again. I don't think I ever got whipped like that ever again.
He probably the error of his ways set in. He was like,
Yeah.
that was excessive over
I'm
some
thinking, like,
crackers.
after that whole summer, it never happened again.
Because that was a bit much.
Sounds like he was sad.
Could you imagine?
I never got hit like that
He's like,
again.
I'm just never.
That's a good thing that it didn't keep happening. It wasn't a reoccurring event.
Yeah, but he's like at that point, he's like, I'm dead to them, they're dead to me. I'm
Now I
never
remember,
talking to them again.
I remember one time I'm probably slandering my dad. If he ever listens to this, he's probably like, God damn!
I mean,
I got a seat.
growing up in a different day
We're
and
coming
age.
back from Greensboro, visiting my great grandparents, and I got the seatbelt stuck in the back seat, like it got twisted and wouldn't come out. My dad's like, God, like pulling to the gas station, and I remember this vividly because he's behind me doing it, and then he looks at me and goes like the elbow, like he's gonna fucking. Like he's
thought
like,
about it.
God damn it! Because like it somehow got
He
twisted.
stopped for a second.
He's like, he's like. He's like, oh, fucking do it.
He wanted to.
Yeah, he did.
But then he remembered the crackers.
Elbow me in the back of the head.
He remembered the crackers
Yeah.
incident. He remembered that.
Dude, the chaos that he caused and was watching, like him just walking in there, grabbing you, your brother's crying, just to like see just to like see what the eyeballs see. Your brother's losing it 5 feet from you, and he's just fucking.
Why?
And then he grabs his little ass. I bet. Did y'all? I envision you're just like.
Yeah,
like
pretty
go
much.
right on your
'cause
like
we're
your
fucking,
back,
what,
basically.
7 years old or some shit.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you do? What do you do?
dude's like 28 years old.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. Because being how old we are, you're now older than when he would have
Yeah.
done that.
Yeah.
When you were 28, you could have seen doing that to something.
Yeah.
Like when I
Like,
get
small, like a,
tense
I
at
mean,
my
hit dogs to be hit.
when I get tense at my kids,
Like one.
they have that. I know I know what look you're talking
Yeah.
about because I've gotten like really fucking mad at my kids.
Yeah.
It happens.
It happens
You're
to
gonna
kids.
get
Kids
no
piss
matter
off
who
their
you
parents.
live with, you're gonna get fucking mad at them once.
Did your
Yeah.
mom ever chase you down and get you?
I don't know, probably, but I don't remember. I repress all the past. So, but I remember I got so mad. I was just like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" And they were just like, they
Yeah.
were expecting the worst. And I was just like,
breathe.
Did I tell you all the time where a strange vehicle followed me and Elizabeth down the driveway?
No,
And
I don't think so.
"You told me about the time. You told us about the time with the motorcycle, and he was like following."
And the guy that was chilling in your woods, just leaning up against your house or tree.
okay, yeah, these are all different stories. This one and this was when me and Elizabeth were in high school. This is when I saw my dad move fast. Other than there were times where he whooped me and stuff,
Yeah.
but this
What is
one
that?
was like,
What is that?
yeah,
What is that?
what is that? Yeah, this is like that. Me and Elizabeth were driving down her driveway. I was taking her back to her house, and while we were going down the road, not down my driveway, the dirt driveway, but down Rogers Road, there was a guy broke down, and he was waving at me like this, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and me and her drove past. Well, then when I dropped her off and I left, there was a car parked in the woods, and then I saw it and I backed up, but then went back to Elizabeth's house, and I was like, there's a car parked like basically in the driveway. I'm worried. And I called my dad, and then we told her dad, and then I decided to leave. My dad was like, just come home and I'll meet you in the driveway to make sure you're okay. I got going down the driveway, and this vehicle pulls out in front of me. They come out of the woods and right into the driveway and they stopped me. It was like a fucking ambush.
Yeah.
And then my
It's a
dad,
weird place to have that happen.
my dad comes like 100 miles an hour down the dirt road. And then Phil was like coming right behind me too. Like he wasn't there yet, but both headlights were like
on the way.
Dude, my dad gets out. He's like special forces with a pistol. He's like he gets
coming to the doors.
He gets up to the truck windshield. And he's like got a pistol pointed at their fucking head.
He was ready.
And Phil had his SKS and went up to the passenger window.
So he's fucked. Like
and I'm sitting there like, holy fuck. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. And my dad terrifies me now. And this guy thought I was someone else that lived on the road that owed him money.
Oh, okay.
Likely story.
Way to go.
I thought it was someone else. I'm sorry.
So yeah, because I wasn't someone that created chaos.
He was camped out by Elizabeth's house.
So down our driveway, there's a trailer. There's a trailer, and then her house is way at the back.
Right.
The people that live on that road are not good people.
Now it could have been worse. They could have been waiting for her.
Mm-hmm.
They could have, but the person that they said they were looking for was a part of the people that lives on that road.
Right, but
I don't know. Your dad and they were like already planning where are we dumping this guy.
That's the thing. Like, what
like,
if
we know we'll just?
Oh yeah.
It's like we'll take his vehicle over to the salvage yard next door and just put him in the fucking quarry somewhere.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing I saw up until that point in my life.
Hacked him up and buried him in the backyard.
Yeah, they probably would have figured it out. Maybe not, but it was insane. It was insane. And you see your dad move fast like that, and you're like, anything's possible.
Yeah.
God damn. Never envisioned my dad to do this, but anything's
Just
possible.
kill somebody.
He killed somebody right in front of me.
Wow. I didn't think that.
Bloodshed.
Our dads can do things that you never thought they could.
But they
I
still
saw a
could,
road
too.
fight on Christmas Day at Walmart.
A road
What?
fight? A road
Like
fight?
a road rage, like get out of the car and like fight a retarded guy.
Was that you about to, or you
No,
saw?
my dad.
Oh. he
Like,
fought a
I think
retard.
for some reason we went to Walmart. It was either Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Can't remember. It was that one of those days for something. And my dad's always one of those people, like, if the person's sitting there not going, he's always like, pedal on the right. He's one of those people, like, put your fucking pedal on the right. And he yells at the window like the person can hear you. And
Did you ever think that some of your anger issues root from a common?
I'm sure it is.
Common entity.
Yeah, there's a through line with the males in the whole family. Because my grandfather was the same way.
I think he's just passed down.
I think you've tapered back from them.
Yeah.
Unless you've shoved your dog into your couch cushion.
No,
and
I
beat
told
the
No,
shit
I
out of
haven't
it.
done that.
Need a couple kids.
Think of
What's happened
boys,
is
but
he hasn't had kids yet, so it's like
Taps into that extra
the wife
chromosome.
the wife's getting pushed. It's the grabbing the top of the head thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You push her into the couch and you're just like, you made me do this. The laundry was not perfect.
you broke the cycle.
Yeah. I just remember me and my brother were sitting in the front of the truck with my dad, and like the guy wasn't going, so my dad's doing his whole like Jesus Christ. He's also people like if you're in line and the person's taking forever to pay out, and he's like, of course I picked the fucking slow, and he'll say it loud enough where the person can hear. He's like, of course I picked the fucking slow lane.
He's a smart ass.
He's a smart ass. And the person's like up there like paying with food stamps or has like they're like $5 short, and the person's like, my dad's like, Jesus. It's like the person's like bad on their luck and can't pay for their fucking food. My dad's like, Jesus. My dad's like fourth in line. It's like, God damn it.
He's like a fucking character.
We were standing there because at first he'll start off with like he'll stand there and just start shaking his head and looking around, and then after like another 5 minutes, it's like God. He's trying to see if someone else is going.
Yeah, he's on his side. He wants that person to be like, I feel it, man.
Sometimes when you find another person, it's real bad because then they're both
Because it amps it up.
They're like hyping each other up.
He's like, I can't believe it either, brother. I can't believe
Jesus
this
Christ!
They're just
Every fucking time.
They're just making the situation worse.
Yeah, he says that, and the other guy's like, it never fails.
You see the person in pain just start sweating because you're like,
He's getting a wild mob against him. The pitchforks are coming
They're
out.
just looking back and they're like, God damn it! Anyway, so we're at the thing at Walmart, and the guy's like, my dad's like, fucking go, pedal on the right! And the person's like, I will kill you! he did! And then he put it in park, and like, it was like this short, fat, dumpy guy with like big ass glasses, like trying to get out of his car. And my dad has a gun on the side. And he's like, "Come here, motherfucker!" But then the guy got out and then got back in his car and left. Like,
Okay, if he would have came over, that gun would have came out.
I don't think he would have done anything.
The gun would have came
It
out.
would have came out. I don't think he wouldn't.
Unless
And if the dude started banging on his window,
Well, he
would
would
have.
have. He would.
I think he would have got lucid before. He's like, my 2 sons are here.
Yeah.
That would have been 5 minutes after it
my
happened.
my dad was like, "I'm not going to him. He's gonna come to me."
Right.
Like I have a door. And I'm gonna stand right here. And if you walk up to me,
if he opens the door or comes
Yeah.
through the window, you can.
yeah. Like
Yeah,
my dad's
'cause
like, I'm
that's
not gonna
him.
walk over to him. That's stupid.
That's your dad being smart because he's not antagonizing. He's
Right.
self-defense all
just
the way.
Well, he is kind of
He is
antagonizing
antagonizing.
from his vehicle, right?
But that's freedom of speech.
Come
Right.
here, come here, come
He's
here.
like, come on then.
he's just
my
living
dad
his
was
life.
fine. Like my dad was like doing, and the guy was like, when the guy got out of the car and was like, I will kill you. My dad was like, let's do this.
I can see him just like, let's go, motherfucker.
there's stuff- or like,
Tonight's the night.
We always like going because getting fast in our household. Our eating out was like getting combos from Burger King was like our thing.
Hey,
Hey, back then that was a big
combos
deal.
is a
though.
big deal.
Oh, no. Sorry. I take that back.
What's
My
that?
dad would order 5 burgers and 5 fries.
Okay, because you got combos. That's a big deal, dude.
Never order combos because we got drinks at home.
That's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah.
That's smart.
That's fine.
Anyway, but
That's fine. My kids enjoy going out and ordering their own food, and they're
Yeah.
like, I gotta,
Combos.
I get the fries with it. And,
Yeah.
they think it's a
So-
big thing.
Never got combos. Dollar menu.
Right. Anyway, but it's like they would always search the food and make sure they don't fuck up order, and if they did, they'd walk in with the bag and just
Forgot
cause a
the
scene.
fries.
And then it'd be like, sir. Every time and then they get the order again. They get like 2 bags of food.
You'd
I
be
think they did it
like,
on purpose to get more food.
Hell yeah,
Anyway,
probably.
it was fun.
I've done that deal, but not like
Yeah,
to that level.
I've done that before. Like they forget one thing, and I walk in, I'm like, you forgot this and this because
I remember one time.
But they did forget something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you forgot this and a
For
burger.
my time.
Yeah,
it was when I was
You gotta pay.
first starting to drive the Food Line on Jake Alexander across from Food Line.
Yes.
I had parked my car, and a semi came in. I had followed my dad to work.
yeah.
And a semi came in and blocked me in. And that was like after we came out of the store. My dad's like, motherfucker. And he's like yelling, walking to the store. And there's like a Mexican guy sitting at a dining table, like looking at my dad.
What is he like? Some hombre?
Well, no, like,
Just some guy with a cigarette? Just some Mexican? Just like
well, the Mexican wasn't
high
involved.
noon, motherfucker.
This dude was just sitting there, and my dad's yelling in his direction. And I'm like, this motherfucker part his truck. So the guy sitting inside McDonald's thinking my dad's yelling at him. So when my dad walks in the store, the guy's like, what? And my dad's like, I ain't talking to you, motherfucker. And just kept walking towards this thing. I remember I was outside laughing. It's like he didn't skip a beat. He was like,
I'm not fucking
he's like, I ain't
talking to
fucking
you.
talking to you. And he walked to the line and tried to find a trucker guy. He's like, you blocked my son in.
I saw my dad get flipped off one time, and he didn't know it happened, and then
Right.
I told him it happened.
It makes him mad after the fact.
Yeah, I took my dad
He
took
gets extra mad.
Wait, what about
Yeah.
what about the time like half of your car just disappeared? What, your Grand Marquis. I just remember one day you showing up and it had like somebody back to fucking.
Oh, they backed into your back.
Yeah, I was trying to get. It was the Tractor Supply at Salisbury. I was trying to. There's a dude backing his truck, and I was trying to like, sneak past him, and his trailer hitch went right into the side of the car, right above the right tire. It didn't puncture the tire; it just
that
hit
was
the metal.
he
My
was-
dad saws all the thing out. Didn't prime it back. It started rusting and shit. It had just a gap missing from the side of the car.
Dude, that thing had exhaust for days.
The bad thing was my neighbor had a Mustang and sold it, and for some reason he had them 4 solid chrome rims. Remember that?
Solid chrome rims were bad.
Yeah, but I didn't get the fucking tires balanced. Every time you hit 50 miles an hour, I drove on that for like a month or two. And my dad drove it somewhere. And my dad's like, "Holy fuck, how are you driving this?" Like, it's like my grandfather, my dad. was like
white knuckle.
like I was in the back seat, and my grandfather and my dad were in the front. I don't know why we were driving together. And then it's like it's fine on the back road. We got on 85, and it's like my dad's like, "What the fuck?"
They're like, all right,
I've been driving to high school like that for like 2
and
months.
they're like, all right, we'll put some money together and give him a Volvo.
And I remember the fucking thermostat or something gets stuck, so it blew out fucking the choke got stuck or carburetor got stuck. It just blows smoke out for like the first like 10 minutes till it came unstuck and revved down. It was just like.
I remember it did that at school when like when you were leaving. It was just like smoke in the whole parking lot. And all you hear is
it finally kicked down.
and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" This giant cloud of smoke, and it's just
it's this gray ass marquee, fucking primered gray with solid chrome wheels.
I remember you driving that.
Yeah, but in hindsight, it's so much better than
It's
any
hilarious.
other story.
It's hilarious. I just remember driving just like. Anyway,
And then afterwards, what you got the
Volvo.
yeah.
I think it was pretty badass.
That thing was sweet. Had that carpet in the back.
No, you got a better story than anybody else's first cars.
What year was your I was looking at Marquise. Did it look like a cop car?
It was the 80s. It was a.
Was it
Was
like
it a
this?
Mercury? Was it a Mercury? No, it wasn't a Grand. It wasn't a Grand Marquis. I can find. It was more like that one.
Okay.
That thing was boxy.
It was. I think right. No, that's. Hold on.
That thing was boxy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't.
Anyways, I
Yeah.
don't see it because it's more square. It was like mixed between a Mustang and a town car.
Yeah, but
the way it looked,
like honestly, nowadays it'd be a classic.
it would be.
Actually, both of your cars would be.
Was it like this?
No. I don't even see it.
It might not have been a Marquis. I can't remember what I was going to say.
His Volvo's now a popular rally car.
It was a rally car, yeah.
So that's way better than mine. Like I just got a Camaro and like went and sold it, and then I got a Mustang and I like blew a head gasket. Yay!
Yeah, my dad got flipped off by a Mexican one time on the job site. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember you driving that thing.
It was like sort of that style.
That thing's a classic, dude.
Is that a Marquis?
Yeah, that was like a detective
That's a
vehicle.
Lincoln. That's a Lincoln Tower car, but it was a Mercury, and that bought that square.
Yeah.
And it had
body.
race wheels.
Yeah,
I remember
it
you
had
driving
solid
that.
chrome wheels. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was like that. Yeah, it was that shape.
Yeah, I remember you
Yeah, it
driving
was
that.
like that. Yeah.
That's nice.
That's the.
That's nice.
I just love the fact that somebody else drove it and they're like, all right, we'll buy this motherfucker a car. We're gonna get our son killed.
Did they attempt? Did they attempt to get the tires rotated and fix the wobble?
I think I just got the Volvo.
They skip go. Like his grandpa's probably like, all right.
They kind of shelled it. They just
Well, let's
bit the bullet a little bit.
let's get my oldest grandson a car here.
It happens.
I want,
You got any wild stories, Chris,
dude,
with your dad?
never like that.
Well, I mean, just like anything, any story.
See, our stuff is more like talking. I've heard that how I have to be careful how I talk sometimes.
That's fine.
Because but like the way my family communicates to outside people sounds like we're yelling.
Okay.
But we just talk loud to each other.
I
And
remember coming over to your house the handful of times for like a birthday or just whatever, and I thought you were yelling at your sister, but you may have been yelling at your sister. But
Probably.
you may have been just talking
When I was 16, I was probably yelling at my sister.
because you're like, I already did that. I remember something like that.
But
It's
that-
like,
no.
Chris, did you do that?
That's no, okay. That sounds like a discussion point where we'd be like,
Yeah.
I've never been to your house, but one time at Halloween when I came and
was-
trick or treated at your house, and I got to walk in 5 feet.
I was always like,
We would come over and make class videos and blow shit up.
Yeah, and that was because it was during the daytime. Never really had people over because my dad was third shift.
Yeah.
So it was like I had to.
Yeah, we would just come over after school for a little bit to do a project or something.
Yeah, like you had to be quiet until like 10 o'clock at night. Like quiet hours were from like 6 to 10.
So did I fuck up by coming and trick or treating at your house and ringing the doorbell?
No, I don't have a doorbell. It's
Knocking?
not my house. No,
It's Halloween. You get
if
a
it was
pass.
Halloween, nobody probably cared.
I think you had the light on, and I was like, "Let's go to Chris' house."
Yeah, nobody probably cared then.
You
get
brought
a
me
pass.
in. You were like, "Come in."
No, nice.
And I walked in.
I don't remember this at all.
I feel like I walked into the kitchen area.
It's not as bad as like the time some guy like from back the road come at my house. He's like, "Hey, my bathroom doesn't work. Can I use yours?"
Oh God!
While my dad was sleeping, I'm like,
Nope.
No thanks.
beyond better judgment. I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
Yeah.
And dude like walked in the house and he started opening my dad's door while he slept. I was like, "Not there, you dumbass!"
Oh shit.
And then after he left, I'm pretty sure he tried to like steal stuff because like the next day there was like screwdriver marks on my basement door.
Oh.
It looked like somebody tried to break in.
Oh, he was like
no.
casing your joint.
Yeah.
What an ass.
Yeah, he's druggy.
What an
Hindsight.
ass.
That's where I learned people weren't trustworthy.
No.
There you go.
I seen my dad move real fast one time when a snake come up, but that's about it.
There you
That's
go.
a good. That's a good reason to move fast.
That's one of your.
Like
that's-
I've never seen him move like that. He got a shovel in his hand. I don't know where he got the shovel from. A shovel appeared in his hands, and I've never seen him move. He's at the head of it all.
There you go.
It's like, all right then.
There you go.
Fuck the snake.
It's just the different side of the spectrum because my parents were older and his parents were younger.
Well, you still have a move fast story,
Yeah,
whether
I
it's
guess.
that or something
How
different.
old are your parents, Chris? And they're 65, 66, 67? That's how old my mom and dad are.
Or 6 or 7. I don't.
Yeah.
6 or 7. 6, I think.
If my dad went up against your dad, who would win?
My dad is.
All my dad has to, all your dad would have to do is like twist my dad's shoulders, and he's a goner.
Like, I don't want to do a my dad thing, but my dad's pretty stout.
My dad has terrible shoulders.
My dad has terrible, like, hips.
My dad's got good hips. Maybe he could take him out
maybe
there.
do, like, some shoot legs. And
Maybe he
make
could
it
go
a
up and like kick him right at like kick his hip. How bad would
What's
that
he
fuck
like,
him up?
Jean-Claude Van
I'm
Damme?
sure
No,
it
yeah,
would.
it's not hard to just.
It's pretty hard to do at 67.
At that age, I'd probably be taking my.
You ever seen your dad move
I'd
fast?
probably take
No.
him both. I'd take him.
He
both
left
to
when
the
I was like
hospital.
7.
Yeah, his dad moved super quick.
He was out. He was gone. He
then
was
his-
out. He went fast. I didn't see my dad that much growing up.
Yeah, and then his dad took
We
us
had-
to the beach, and he also left quick there too.
No, he bailed on you at the beach.
When?
When he took us to the beach that one time.
Did he take us to the beach?
Yeah.
I thought we went
The
with
graduation one?
No, your dad took us.
Yeah, your dad.
technically.
Yeah.
Your dad was there.
Graduation?
He was there?
Yeah, your dad was there,
And then he just left?
and he's like, "I gotta leave, boys. You guys gotta get the hell out of here."
Yeah, that's why we left early because your dad needed to go.
I don't remember him
Yeah.
even being there.
And then
Yeah.
we went to like some outside mall or something.
Yeah, or something like that.
Oh, the
You lived
Tinker
there
outlet
for a
over
couple
there?
Yeah.
You left that day, or you stayed at the beach
So we
somehow?
left.
See, I don't even remember him
Yeah.
being there. I just thought it was
He
just
wa- he
us.
stayed. He didn't stay at the house with us. He stayed somewhere else.
Oh, I thought he was at that house.
I don't remember him being in the house, but he came. He took us down there. Not took us down there, but we went down there with him.
Yeah, I remember him being
He
in,
was
he was
there
in
at
the
the-
area.
Oh, he was probably, that was
Or
when
was he
had-
at the beach at the same time and it was coincidence?
No, because that was probably, he had first, like, the first had it. So he would just go down there and drink and just walk around and talk to people and do whatever the fuck he wanted.
He might have stayed at the house. I don't remember him.
I
being
didn't, I don't remember
I
him
already
even
remember-
being
there. I know
there.
he was there.
Like, I thought maybe he, like, let us in and was like, okay, y'all are good. And then
might have done that.
And then pieced out.
But I remember, like Chris. I remember him. He wasn't around us when we were like just hanging out.
Right, and also in my head, he's like the actor that played Bilbo Baggins.
The actor that played Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
That's what your dad looks like?
I don't think.
No,
he
my
did.
dad, his dad.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what your dad looks like.
Like a
I don't
90s
think he looks like
version.
that.
Not,
And this
not
is
really,
also
no.
just like a random, vivid thought. I don't even remember like him saying his dad being there. I just remember the fact that his dad was there.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I don't remember him
Like
being
I don't think we
there.
did anything with him.
No, he didn't.
No.
Did he do shots or something with you guys?
No.
He wasn't that kind of dad.
Well, back then he would just, I know, because I remember going to the beach with him when he first had it. He would just hang out and talk to all the neighbors and just drink and just drink the whole fucking time he was there.
Yeah.
He's not that way now, though. I don't even think he likes going anymore.
Does he still have the house? Wow.
As far as I know, I don't know. I hadn't talked to him in like 6 months, so I don't know.
Well,
Probably not going to see him for Father's Day either, because I tried calling him and texting him like a month or two ago, and he didn't say nothing back.
Well,
So.
I guess I'll talk to you when it's my time to get half of that beach house.
and he's alive, right?
I guess.
Maybe you need to shove his head in the couch cushion and show.
Thomas, maybe you need to show up.
I think it's other things like, like a marital situation.
Oh.
Who he's with is not, but I don't know. That's
Don't wanna
allegedly.
assume.
That's allegedly. I don't want to assume, but she, people are kind of prudish. And,
Okay.
yeah, so, whenever you
How
come
many
over-
relationships? How many marriages has he
Is he
been
with the same
in?
person?
He's with the same person that he's been with for 15, 20 years, whatever. Ever
Okay,
since.
so two.
So just two, but that person doesn't like, when I bring my kids over and the kids are like jumping on the couch,
Oh,
but they don't have their shoes on.
These aren't my biological grandchildren, so they can't do anything.
yeah, that's
Pretty
weird.
much.
Get out of
It's
the-
like
She's a step grandmother.
don't run in the house.
These
And it's
aren't-
like
You have that,
so it's like
but you do need to just understand their children. You shouldn't mess up your
yeah.
husband's relationship with your husband's
See, I don't
son.
know if it's because of that or what's going on. He's always been very hit or miss communication wise anyway, so I just
Yeah.
kind of
You turned out all right.
I take it as it happens situation,
You don't take
Try not
offense to it.
I try not to depend on it. Just-
Yeah, you wait for the interactions.
just
You don't
roll with
ask
it.
for
You
them.
ain't doing the same thing.
Yeah, I'll reach out every now and then if
Yeah,
it's like a
but-
birthday or something, but other than that, just
Now you got kids. Now you're doing it your way, and you're there
Yeah.
for them.
Well, you did. You are one for what? Got a divorce under your belt like old dad.
Yeah, but he's actually spends time with his kids.
yeah.
Well,
I
that's
did-
like Chris said.
The apple doesn't fall far from the
You didn't
tree.
do exactly the same. I was like, well,
No, if Thomas,
I didn't want that to happen. I tried
Yeah,
my best
right.
for that not to happen.
That was out of your control.
but praise
that
be
one.
to He.
So
We got rid of her.
I couldn't
It
help
was
that. but
nice
When?
at the beginning.
There were some parts that were good. I can't say it was all bad.
Yeah, she
Every
was.
relationship starts off good, and then
She was nice to me, but I did openly see her flirting with the guy at Best Buy, and I was
Yeah.
like,
so
Yeah.
I think the coolest dad meeting for the first time, or funniest, was meeting Aaron's.
Oh yeah, he's a trip.
I've never met him.
Dude,
I've
and
never
then-
met your dad.
And then his dad's boyfriend with the parrot on his shoulder.
Yeah, his dad.
What is it, a tattoo or a real parrot?
A real parrot.
What, he takes it everywhere?
Yeah. Or he did back then.
Because Aaron got
Yeah.
a sweet ass car for his 16th birthday. He like showed up with the Cobra. I'm
Oh,
like,
I know.
because they wanted
Yeah.
to ride. He was like,
He
yeah.
was
His dad
wanting to
was
take
with him.
everybody for rides.
Yeah, I was like, oh, hell yeah, dude, I want to see this. And I was like, all right, this guy's got a freaking what's the shirts called where you can see through them?
mesh shirt.
like a Vin Diesel shirt?
Like a mesh shirt, but more
Like the
not a Vin
51st
Diesel.
Date
Oh, a
thing?
fishnet?
Oh, like talking about like
Yeah, fishnet
like
shirt.
Sean Astin from 51st Date.
Yeah, so the guy's wearing a fishnet shirt. I'm like, all right,
You
I,
like my muscles?
So like a goth guy at the club.
It's just natural supplements.
I was just like,
I swear one of the goth guys in the first Matrix movie
I think
wears
they all
one.
He
Yeah.
did. That was a 90s
no,
thing.
I was just like, wow, dude, I didn't know this was a thing.
That was a late 90s, early 2000s
especially for gay
fad.
people.
Yeah, and like the early 2000s, like the first gay person I've ever met.
Yeah. They were cool, though.
Were
I
they?
remember
Did they sound super gay?
the boyfriend did, but his dad was just like a normal jabroni guy because he was married and had kids and everything.
That's how my neighbors were. Like they had one guy was normal, and then like the partner guy was like, you tell he was gay.
Like a
Yeah.
flamer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the time I really met his dad and his dad's boyfriend was we were over there like smoking weed, and his dad's like, "Give me a fucking hit of that." He's like, "You holding out on me, motherfucker?"
But he wanted the flesh pipe.
So then they got high too, and we're just there like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Nice.
Well,
That was like the last time I'd done that, so that was a long time ago.
Did Aaron want to take you guys for a ride in his Mustang when he got it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
why wouldn't you?
It was,
Especially back
it was
then in that
badass,
day.
dude.
Elizabeth got asked,
Everybody.
yeah, there's a
There's a difference
but
there.
I think she said no.
we were showing.
He asked a lot of females.
Yeah,
to
but-
do
That's the one that got. That's the Great White Buffalo. That's the one that got away.
Great White Buffalo.
It's the one that got away.
Got
I
away.
win.
Hey, he's
No.
happily married and has a kid
Yep.
and everything.
So it
So,
all works out in the
so
end.
good for him.
Yeah.
You know,
But
he's doing good right now. He's doing good.
if he had it any other way,
He's doing good right now.
if you would have gotten my Mustang,
Tyler, you got like a whole horde of guys apparently you've had gotten their way.
Had a baseball player at one point, I think.
A dude that could
baseball player,
install windows.
Minor league baseball player.
Minor league baseball
I don't
player.
think
That was a middle school thing, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think he was ever.
Faniel Gagner.
That was that's like
Gagner,
a,
okay.
that's like a
Yeah,
7th
Gagner.
grade fling thing.
Yeah, she said he was really mean to her. He would push her down, like on the ground, and he would pull her ponytail, like real fucked up, like I'm trying to
flirting.
show you affection.
In middle school?
Yeah.
Like in 7th grade, he would
That
like
sounds
push
some
her.
4th grade shit.
He would push her down and pull her ponytail and stuff, like real mean.
He was a fucking bitch in middle school.
He probably still is.
And probably
Because
chill.
he went through that super Christian phase, too.
Yeah, well,
it's like-
I
a few of
remember
those
that he would
guys
walk
did.
around with his little Bible and his hair slicked back. He was like, man.
Like, it's like nothing wrong with it, but like he did like the, it was like the super end, like where it's
He's like, I'm better than
don't
you.
listen to that song because those lyrics right there,
Yeah, no shit.
like that real
It's
evangelical.
the people that got by the. It's like Harry Potter's the Satan.
yeah, that type of people, yeah.
Like, he's
He-
got his little gold chain with the cross on it.
He definitely had a Jonathan Taylor Thomas phase.
He did.
Like he.
Dude, that was my favorite part of that Christmas movie he was in. That I'll Be Home for Christmas movie. You don't remember that Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
It just makes me think of that cartoon where they think's dead.
Yeah.
Hold on, we got.
It was
we gotta watch
It was
that.
a Disney movie, and like, I just remember there's one scene where he's riding in the van. The guy's like, he's like dressed like Santa Claus, and the guy driving's like, "You mean tell me that there's Mrs. Claus?" He's like, "That's two-timing hoe." It was like a Disney movie. I was like, they could say that in a Disney movie. Then you go watch Guardians, and they drop an F-bomb in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find
God
this.
dang.
So we'll just give Tyler a good three guys he's pissed off then.
Yeah.
Probably more.
We got the Morgan.
Oh, 4.
Wait.
All right, this is
The D guy? Really?
Disturbingly in love with her.
Really?
You got the
Used to
Windows
be.
guy.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah. Elizabeth said that he was like big time, had a crush on her.
That's why he's so mean now.
he never got what he wanted.
Never got
What was
what
that
he would
clown
have
video?
He would have just fucked it up.
Oh fuck.
He would have just fucked it up.
Yeah.
He would have.
This Zombieland movie
Oh,
clip.
Zombieland. Okay.
There was Morgan.
Let me see.
There was.
I'll find it.
Don't count Wagner.
Okay. I am counting Window Boy.
Window Boy. Joist.
Okay. So 4.
3.
I'm sure
Four.
there was more.
There's probably more.
4.
We're not counting Daniel.
Okay.
There's probably like 10 guys. Probably like,
It's possible. It's possible there was a deal in there.
really? I can see that, yeah.
Possibly. He may have had a crush on her.
How's that make you feel?
I won, baby.
Yeah, he got them all. He beat them
Yeah, he
all.
won.
You beat him out.
We've been married for, I think we're coming
Ever.
up on 13 years.
God
awesome.
damn, son.
Pretty much been together your whole goddamn life. Sorry for saying that, God, GG part.
Well, who
Why are
you
you sorry
apologizing
for
to?
that? Just because you offended Chris?
I didn't mean
Who did you
Chris,
say
I know.
you
I got Chris doesn't like it when I say GD.
I think it's
Yeah,
a good
but-
way to emphasize on something.
Who said you offended me?
Yep, met her in kindergarten, but probably got together with her actually in like ninth grade. And then we broke
Officially.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I dated Lauren.
Don't
Short-lived.
bring her up.
I know. Don't bring her up, boys. She'll be mad for a week. I don't know why she keeps that.
That's like-
why
that's
she
the
holds
one.
on to that.
You can mention any girl, just not that one.
Not that one.
They must have had some like riff in high school.
Well, I broke up with Elizabeth, and she says it's because I wanted to be with that girl, and it
Okay.
wasn't. It just
right.
ended up that's
Just her
who I dated
perspective.
while I was, and
And
so
break, yeah.
it was. It was terrible. The dating Lauren was like a joke.
Right.
So
She's not a serious person.
I realized that there
She's not a
was
serious person.
well, she's like a very superficial person, right?
yes,
Or prudish?
Yes, like she likes the big hats. She likes Prada. She likes the
The fucking bitches with big hats and shit.
yeah. She
hate that
likes.
Oh, and
she
they
likes,
take the pictures and they have their necklace in their thumb and they're like,
They're like holding a Coors Light at a Panthers game. It's like,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
fuck those people.
Yeah.
I see those people on dating profiles. I'm like, you will not.
big hat and a
match with-
scarf.
That's
It's like
worse
you are
than-
not matching
No,
with
no,
me.
that's worse than holding a fish. You changed my mind.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Most women now are like, I got my dog.
A doodle.
well, I mean,
What was the
Every fucking
Labradoodles?
woman has a dog.
or
cute little.
you know what the
90% have a dog.
the trendy dog right now is to get one of the Labradoodles.
Oh yeah,
Those are
the
cool.
doodles.
They're cool, but that's what
Yeah, it's
that's what
trendy,
you
yeah.
get you're popular if you got a Labradoodle.
I saw one I want to get is a Saint Bernard poodle, or whatever they call them.
What?
It's a Saint Bernard mixed with a
Saint Poodle.
It's like they took a Labrador poodle
Nice.
and then mixed with a Saint Bernard. So you get a big dog, but it has like
The poodle fur.
I gotta see this.
hyperallergenic type dog and
That
don't
doesn't shed.
And it's just curly. It's just like a
Instead of being big Beethoven motherfucker.
That's cool as shit.
Okay, I want one of these.
That's pretty sweet.
Like I actually legitimately.
That's just human genetic inbreeding.
Yeah, it is.
Bad on their joint.
It is, but it's so. This is.
You stretched out the Labrador legs to be the size of Bernard legs.
I don't care. I want this
I mean, that's
dog.
pretty fucking cool.
I want this dog.
That's pretty fucking cool. Look at that motherfucker.
Like, look, I can
He's
just, I would
happy as
just
fuck.
chill with that.
He is happy as
That would be
shit.
an awesome
He's
dog
big as fuck
to
too.
chill with.
Imagine you got that with the dog you got now.
And then make babies. I'm like the high evolutionary. I can make multiple babies.
It's like David and Goliath out there.
I shall play God now.
I am your maker. God wills it.
It'd be funny if Alex had like a pit bull and that's what you hear him yelling at.
There you go.
I just have a chain in the basement, throw raw meat at it.
This is that Wagner
I
guy.
guess I'm just trying to figure out how is it every year
One on the
you
right.
manage to surprise us and manage to outdo yourself for the Halloween
I love
decorations.
this-
So
I love
decked
this
out,
clip.
so scary.
Yeah.
Seriously, Dad, the
No,
house looks
the
amazing.
end of it's
I
for
believe
me.
a congratulations
Yes,
is in
too.
order. Your mother sucks cocks in hell. Ha ha, very funny, Dad.
It's not supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be fucking scary. Fucking contacts hurt anyway.
Dad, I'm not exactly sure I want to know what that is. Congratulations, Dad. That's officially the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Right there.
Thank you. But I think it's gonna need a little bit more power. What do you think about that, boys?
Now, how did I know you're going to say that?
That part. The freaking Jurassic Park.
That part is so funny. Do you want to watch that one or no?
I don't care.
We'll go down a rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
Last one. They're only a minute.
Oh shit.
Did you guys catch the latest SNL?
So fucking funny. I live in a van down by the river. No, Farley is seriously hilarious.
Who hosted? Christina
Applegate. Who's that? Christina Applegate? See, I like the original cast. Chevy, Belushi, sure. Gilda Radner.
Fucking love Radner.
Yeah, exactly.
Aykroyd is underrated for sure.
I was actually reading an interview with some former Second City cast members. Oh, nice. And they were just saying that when SNL first came on the scene, they were doing something no one had ever seen before.
Exactly.
Sure. You know, they weren't pandering for laughs. Exactly.
Right.
They were actually
Like no dinosaurs.
pretty revolutionary at the time. I know I found my people when somebody brings up Second City.
I feel like they were just the actors behind the scenes talking.
Is that fucking Scooby Doo?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
the Shaggy one.
Have you seen the real life one? The one with the meatball heads? Mm-mm. They're suits. Go to his page. Go to Joe Cappa's page. He made these outfits.
Those people?
What?
Yeah, go scroll down one.
Oh man.
There it is.
There's a short.
Yeah, any of the shorts.
Is that Teletubbies?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Gabba Goblins. Hold on.
It sounds like Adam Sandler.
They're
Go
all
to that
talking
one.
Adam
That one's
Sandler.
this
I
one's
said I'm bathing in the river with my blue jeans on.
How's that sound?
I wrote that song when I was fishing along the banks
Why's the
of the
head so
mighty
fucked?
Kaimichi. Hi, I'm country legend Adam Sandler.
Really want a country girl. You know that's right.
I'm proud to call Oklahoma my home, but one thing I'm not proud of is the substance abuse disorder plaguing thousands of Oklahomans, because that doesn't sit with me well. Thankfully, there's OKI'mReady.org. A tool to educate yourself
It's actually the
or
humidity.
possibly treat a loved one affected by the substance abuse disorder, including free fentanyl
the heat,
test
it's the
strips
humidity.
that can detect the presence of fentanyl and save a life. That's no small potato.
That's no small potato, more like an F5 tornado.
Okay. I'm ready to make a difference for you. How's that,
Five
baby?
tornado.
there's
Oh man.
That was actually pretty good, just from the meta part of it.
yeah, they're weird. They're weird.
It's the
Ain't no
humidity.
small potato. It's like an F5 tornado.
Oh, yeah, damn boys.
That was eventful.
Well, we could do an erotic story real quick, spice it up here at the end if you want, Thomas, or we can call it quits.
I'm just glad we accidentally paid ode to our fathers.
I know it was a good Father's Day
it was a Father's Day.
episode.
It was.
Yeah,
Like, unintentional.
I know it was like off the.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
glad-
Happy
I'm-
Father's Day, Dad.
I'm glad I
I
can
enjoyed.
pitch in with my
for
Father's Day
being shouted.
stories.
Yeah, I appreciate the 4 literal fights we've been in over our lives.
Did you win them all?
I did
There you go.
because he was intoxicated.
There you
So
go.
you gotta go to like Walmart and get one of those WWE champion belts and just walk in on Father's Day and be like, I'm the dad.
I'm the dad now.
I'm the dad now.
He'll take it the wrong way and
Just
be
hold
like,
up the belt, just like I'm the
no,
dad.
don't do that. He'll take it the wrong way and be like, oh my God, I'm having grandkids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the dad.
Did I tell y'all about the fight that my brother got in with my dad that I had to help break up? My brother calls me. He's like, "Hey, come over, help me out."
You got beat his fucking ass.
I was like, whatever you do, don't fight him. I was driving down their driveway with my lights off, so I could kind of like sneak up on them, and then I parked the car. And I was hiding in the shadows.
What is that?
What is that? Yeah, and I could hear them yelling at each other. And I see my brother spear my dad from inside the house. My dad was standing on the porch. And I'm watching my dad, and he's beating on the door. And then I hear a commotion, and I think my dad was trying to break in, and my brother and his girlfriend were trying to hold the door.
Wow, were they not supposed to be there?
No, they were, but he was starting to become physical. Like I think he pushed my brother's girlfriend, or he put his hands on her or something.
Why?
He was severely intoxicated.
Oh, okay.
He was like super drunk. And so I see my brother, boom, like go flying out the door, wraps his arms around my dad, and they go back into the carport, lands back first onto the concrete. It's probably really hard on my dad.
Yeah.
And then I get up there, and I instantly grab him like by the fucking his goatee. And he's like, "Get off of me!" And I'm like, "Just calm down." He's like, "Let go of my goatee!" I'm like, "Not until you just calm down." And the whole time I'm kind of
Yeah, you got some
tugging
tension
it.
on it. Yeah.
He's like, "Get off of me!"
You're showing dominance.
And we got him to the point where I could let go of him and let him chill out. But yeah, he doesn't get like that anymore.
God
but
dang.
that was number 4.
That was the last one.
Luckily, I didn't have to fight him on that one. But it's funky when you grab somebody by the goatee.
It's
You
like
got total control.
it's like
of
hold
them.
on by the ear.
I bet it hurts. That hurts.
So he never did it again after you did that?
He didn't drink as much. He does.
He scaled back.
Yeah, we like to have a good time, but he liked to have a really good time, and then it passed that point, and then he was
Having a
like
bad time then.
and then he was like creating chaos, and then he just ran with it, making up shit, and so
Gotcha.
you can't calm him down. You're like, that is not happening. That's not going on. He called the police on himself one time as a show of force. Like, "Oh yeah, y'all gonna call the police? I'm gonna call the police. I'll just go ahead and do it for you."
What?
Yeah, he called the police on himself, and
One upped him.
then he had an epiphany, like, "Oh fuck," and he puts the phone down on the bar, still on the hook. And he goes into his gun room. He has a room where he has his gun safe. And he went in there to go through it. And then I went in there, and he had locked the door, so I had to kick the door in. And then he's in there in his gun safe. And I think I've told y'all this, but there's the wall, and then there's you have to open up the safe door. So I walk in, and I smush the gun safe door against him. So he's like against the wall.
Yeah, because he doesn't need to get a weapon if he's been drinking.
Right. So he was going to hold on. He was going to hold the cops off. Like, he was like, oh, fuck.
That's
And so he
not
he
good.
didn't like.
All
all right, this
you
is
almost had
bad.
like a Waco.
Yeah, this is like this is bad, but it's I say my bad, cops, and they'll probably drop it. But he's like, let's escalate this to like a standoff.
It would have been a standoff. He
Like-
probably wouldn't have like gotten killed or anything.
This is life.
I
now.
don't know.
He's
I don't know.
Escalating.
So
The cop show. He's like, well, now I got to shoot.
Yeah, it's like he's a drunk guy with a weapon not complying.
yeah, so
Showed him.
I smushed him against the wall, and then I got around the door, and I like choked him out, and I got him down on the ground. I completely choked him out. He was like, like making these. He was trying to breathe,
Yeah.
you know, and so he wakes up. He's like yelling at me. My mom comes into this little room, and she starts going. She starts saying stupid stuff, like she's panicking. So she's like, "Let him go." He let him go. He's fine. He's fine. I'm like, no, I'm trying to reassure her. I'm trying to contain my dad. So finally, I'm like, fuck it, fine. Here, you want this? Let him go. He gets up and instantly goes in his bedroom and locks the door. I had to kick that one in. He's in there, and he's like in one of his drawers. I go back and I choked him out again. And then he passes out. Now I'm dragging, he's like 200, 220. I'm trying to fucking drag my dad's lifeless body through these skinny hallways. And I get him into the living room, and I lay back, and I kind of wrap my legs around him, and I just lay back. And then the police walk in. Dude, these were the biggest cops I've ever seen. One of them, I swear, was 7 feet tall. Looked like he just got home from a fucking tour in Afghanistan. These guys were itching to fucking fight. Mm-hmm. They're like the guys on 3 a.m. calls that.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like, let's go, motherfucker. Woo!
They're the probably 3 a.m. shifts, or probably third shifts, are probably where your most domestic calls come from. Since it's nighttime, people start drinking after work. These guys just walk into the house. First thing they say is, "Howdy. Why's your son got you in a headlock?" And my dad's like, "I'm an idiot."
At least he admitted it.
Yeah, and they're like, "It looks like it." And he's like, "Why don't you let him go?" And I let him go, and that was it. But I cannot tell you I can tell you, that's me being exaggerative. 2 times the cops came and let him off the hook. Like, basically told me and my brother and my mom that what he says goes. That he is in charge. He is the man of the house. It was so discouraging. It was so heartbreaking to be like in an environment like that, and cops come in and they're instantly like, we side with
Like old
this
school.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if he was black, they would have shot him.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he said. Old school.
To be fair, though, legally, if they come in and no one's hurt and there's no physical damage or any damage like that, they can't really do much.
Unless they're threatened.
I mean, you had him in a headlock, so I don't see the problem.
That time,
could've killed
that
Tyler.
time they were like, if we come back, we're going to do something about this. And they were talking to him like,
Yeah.
"You're a problem. We're gonna come." This was like a younger generation of cops that came
Yeah.
this time, and they were like,
Yeah.
"You're a problem,
Yeah.
and you need to get your shit under
They're like,
control."
We're marking this down. If we come back, it's not happening.
They
again.
walk in and see you fucking headlocking him and they tackle you.
Yeah, they shoot. Pow, 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 pow.
He's killed him.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though. They kind of scared straight your dad.
So I think that time he was like, "All right, I'm a problem," you know, like I think I'd gotten in touch with some other family members to try to help out, but they didn't fucking do shit. And so I think he just dads sometimes get so old that they kind of grow out of it, or they're afraid they might miss out on your kids that you might have.
Yeah.
And so dads kind of
he matured a little bit.
Yeah. Your dad got a new girlfriend. Look how he changed. My dad wouldn't do that.
Doing a lot of things differently now.
Damn.
You
Going
gonna see
on
him for Father's
vacations,
Day?
going canoeing.
He's a whole new man.
Yeah.
You gonna hang out with him for Father's Day?
Probably not. I probably won't see any family for Father's Day.
You're not gonna hit him up and be like, "What's up, man?"
Yeah, I'd be like, have Father's Day.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's as far the extent of what we do.
Okay.
On Mother's Day, I was like, "Hey, Happy Mother's Day," and he's like, "Thank you."
How is she? She doing good?
Yeah.
Good. Your brother,
At least you talk.
your brother's a dad. Do you tell him Happy Father's Day?
I don't have his phone number. I'm telling you, like, we don't. Our family does not communicate.
Yeah.
Unless the only time we get together is when someone dies.
I mean, that's
That's typical for some families.
y'all are just out there living.
That's what we.
Y'all are existing,
But it's just
but
weird
you're not
'cause
getting in each other's way.
It's just odd because the entire time growing up, my dad was so like family oriented, like getting everybody together and keep
Right.
going to holidays, and then like now it's just like.
You flew the nest.
He said, "Fuck
Plus,
it."
everyone's dead too. All the older people, so it's like.
It's a lot harder when the grandparents pass away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
why,
the thing is, though, is
yeah.
his grandparents are like our parents' age.
Well, no, it's my great grandparents were like my grandparents.
Right.
So when they all died, that's when it started.
Because your grandparents are in what, their early 70s?
At the latest, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you could have almost met your great
Yeah, I was 1 year
grandparents.
off.
That's crazy.
Who else has met their great grandparents?
Dude,
I met my great aunt.
Dude, I've only met.
Dang.
A
I've
great
only met,
great aunt.
I've only met 2 of my 4 grandparents.
two of your 4.
Yes.
And they were probably from both sides, just one.
No, one on each. One on each.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Up until 10th grade, I had all my great grandparents and let's say one grandparent was dead, but all my great grandparents were alive
And
up until 10th grade.
my grandma died when I was in kindergarten.
Your what?
Dang, man.
My grandma.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Was that easier to take? My grandma died of brain cancer when I was in college.
I'm going to guess yes.
Yeah.
Because I was, 5, 6, so I didn't really understand it.
Right.
It's like, why am I going to go see grandma anymore? But I spent a lot of time with her as
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah, was she like what do they call women, matriarchs?
No. She didn't have a driver's license. She was that kind of woman.
That's
Well,
how my great aunt was.
The thing is,
Never
though,
had a license.
she didn't have a driver's license, and my grandfather died like 20 years before that.
So she wasn't the leader of the family?
No.
No.
Probably not.
That one that figure just passed away in my family.
She actually stuck around with, I think, us a lot. She lived with us for a long time.
Yeah?
And then she built her own house.
Nice.
Huh.
Good for her.
Yeah, my grandfather had passed away, and I was the one that always looked like him, like when he was my age. And we also have this same toe, this one long toe.
How,
I have that toe like him, but
why does that even come up?
none of his. They've always told me
Look at them toes.
you got feet like your grandpa.
That's cool, though.
I mean, I'm not down it. I mean, families have their own funny things they do, you know.
On my other side, it was my grandfather that was alive. But the thing is, he didn't die until like 2012, 10,
Yeah.
11. I didn't even know him until we stuck him in the woods behind our house.
In a house or in the ground?
In a trailer.
Okay.
We just put him up in the tree.
No,
He's been there hanging.
He's still there.
because my
We put him up on Halloween. He's still there.
my step grandmother, who she was nice as hell, she died on 666.
Oh,
Nice.
Who noticed that first?
Me?
Of course. No one's going to talk about that, though.
No, but I'm just like, do you know?
You want to grab the Ouija board and try to talk to her?
No.
You said she was cool.
No, we put her. So we had.
We put her in the tree too.
So she died
It's
on
called the
six-
family tree.
She died on 666, and we stuck my grandfather back in the woods. Hindsight's a bitch. Should have bought the house. Mm-hmm. It was like a corner house in China Grove. He let it go for a freaking steal.
Didn't you say you gave it to the church or
No,
something?
he sold it.
Sold it to the church?
Yeah, he set himself up though. He sold the house, bought the trailer, had enough to live on until he died.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Well, hang on here, boys.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Let me get that going.
It's a family episode.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there and
Yeah.
our dads. Hopefully, Alex can talk to his on this Father's Day. Make it a challenge. Call him.
That's what I was going to ask
He's
you.
probably like up in like some gorge somewhere.
One of them forges.
Alive or dead?
In the mountain valley somewhere.
And-
Alive or dead?
Alive.
And find your brother's phone number. Call him. He'll be like, "Who is this? Why are you calling?"
Y'all had a
That's-
shared bond growing up, man.
see you
Y'all
find
both
That's
got
like family.
beat
When
up like
when my parents died, that's like my dad always said. When we die, that's all you got is your brother and sister.
That's true.
That's true.
When's the last time you talked to each of them?
But technically, that's not true because you have your own family that you create.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
My brother only calls me when he needs something.
I mean, I haven't seen
That's most
my latest nephew and niece.
You haven't-
There's 4 of them. Only
you
seen the
haven't
first 2.
You haven't seen him at all
Yeah, I ain't seen the last 2.
in person.
So I know where this is going. He's like, he hasn't bothered to see him. He hasn't even bothered to see his nieces and nephews. Fuck
So I
him.
ain't
That's
calling him.
what I'm saying. That's their probably narrative they're telling. It's like I haven't even bothered to reach him. What's going to happen? He's going to die, and I'm going to be the uncle that they never met. You know?
Oh, you're gonna be like some like Chris Farley bullshit, some Adam Sandler movie.
Some Uncle Buck, you know.
You're gonna Adam Sandler that shit.
That'll be fun for them.
It's like this is your Uncle Alex, and it's just like
Are you really
He's
my uncle?
crazy. He plays figurines.
he still plays with toys.
He has
So-
an Xbox too.
Are you an uncle, or do they just call you uncle? Yeah.
He said he met them once.
No, 2 of them.
Oh.
2. I haven't met 2 of them.
Did you talk to him did you meet them while they spoke? Like they were
No.
at age where they could be like, Uncle Alex.
I haven't seen them. No, I haven't heard them speak.
Two that he has not met. 2 physically met them.
That's what I'm saying. Go now. Now they're like old enough to be like, Uncle Alex.
Just come in carrying gifts like
Yeah.
I'm a fucking
Yeah.
baller.
Do it.
I'm bringing myself back into family.
Yeah. That'd be
I
hilarious.
just making some story where I like travel to Himalayas like it's fucking like I'm Bruce Wayne.
Your brother be
Yeah.
I just went off and I had some.
You met Raz Al Ghul.
I tell them a whole entire story. Like I had to find a Blue Lotus and I climbed this mountain. And then
Now you,
there was a big fire and
It's
shit.
all Batman Begins.
I think you could pull off telling the kids that.
That's what I'm saying. My
It's
brother brought me
fucking
a picture of
Batman
my-
Begins.
I did this pilgrimage to the Himalayas, and I was so hungry I stole some bread and I got put into a Napoleon prison for about 6 months. And I had to
And how
fight
do
my
you
way out.
porridge?
And then and then one guy got me out of there, and I can't remember his name, like Rags or something. And then I
Rags a Ghoul.
Ragu or something, some Italian name.
Ragu.
And then I climbed the mountain and I had to find there's some special Blue Lotus or some shit I had to find, make some potion and stuff. And there's
They
some
actually
ninjas
made a
and shit.
movie out of
There's
it.
some ninjas. Yeah, you should watch it. Something begins.
I've never seen it.
You should tell the Dark Knight Rises where he's stuck in the pit. That story.
You know, there was one time where I had my back broke, and there was no doctor around, so I had to use
I had to
some
hang by a rope for a week.
I had to hang myself. I had a burn mark still. I'm tattooed as a reminder, but I had to pop my back in place.
You should be like Marcus Luttrell from The Lone Survivor. He's like, I've never seen it. I lived it.
I never said I am the guy.
You do that, and you're gonna meet them, and it's gonna be like, this is 10-year-old me. Holy shit!
Probably.
And you'll be like,
Then they're gonna watch Batman Begins when he turned 25, and
no,
like,
they're probably
"Holy
gonna.
shit."
If they're like 10-year-old you, they probably we seen that last year.
Probably. If it's my brother, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, actually, that's why I don't fucking. I still have the chess match. I beat him one up. I beat him at chess.
Never let that go.
I beat him at chess once, and we probably didn't play it right. But I beat him once, and I never played again. I'm like, I'm undefeated. No matter how smart you are, I beat you at chess, and you never beat me. That's so petty.
You should get him a chess piece.
Every year,
You just send him a
Send him a
chess
pawn.
piece.
I just mail him a pawn every time.
he'll probably think it's like a murder mystery. It's like, I'm getting these pawns in the mail. It's like, I'm part of a bigger picture here.
It's not my brother. My brother's trying to reach
He
out
does
to me.
forensics.
He's like going out Gastonia smoking cigarettes, trying to, and there's like chess pieces and making some crime scene.
Landis, who can I know in that area?
What the fuck? I have a brother.
He happens upon an actual crime scene with like sticks hanging
Yeah, it's like he
everywhere.
has no relation to it, but he gets involved.
It's like he goes to some horse farm, but he sees sticks hanging everywhere, and he's like, "It's got to be
shit.
related."
He starts beating
Nah,
innocent people for
he's
info.
a math teacher in
It's a
Gastonia.
green spaghetti
that's-
monster.
That's a whole like grab bag you got there. Like you could like hit a pinata. You're like, what is my brother nowadays? Mm-hmm. Another one. What's my sister nowadays? What is my mom nowadays?
They're living somewhere near Happy Lake.
Really?
Good for
I've probably seen them in like out in
Maybe.
Rockwell or something.
My sister works at. Is there a Michael's in Salisbury?
you. Yes,
Yeah.
over there off Julian Road.
Yeah, she works at that Michael's apparently.
Okay.
Dude, they're close by.
I should just like pop in there and
you
go
can pop
see
in
them.
and
I
be
can't.
like-
I just at home. I just get home and I'm like,
If you
can
saw
pop
her
in over there and get a discount on paints.
dude, if you saw her, if you bumped into her at Michael's, would you just wave at her, or would you physically try to talk to her?
I'll probably try to tell her. It'll probably remind me that one time I saw my grandmother at Ben Franklin's when it used to be in Kannapolis, and I walked up and I was like, "Hey," I was like asking for something, and then she was like, "Down aisle 12," and kept walking. Didn't even realize it was me. I just left.
You didn't ask her anything? She just said down aisle 12?
Got your family, dude.
You should have been
You're all
like,
like this.
you should have been like, hey.
Like,
You should be like, but it's me, Alex.
No, it's generational.
She just walks faster.
I think she was like
That's
busy.
the day she moved fast.
And I think I walked. I was.
Did she give you
I
that
can't
look
remember.
like, I feel like I know you, but
I don't think she really looked at me. I think it was she was like. I can't remember why I went there for a specific reason to get something.
But you're like, if
and
I
I
say
asked
Grammy.
her a question about it, and I don't think she really looked up to see who it was, and was like, "It's on this aisle," and just kept moving. I was like, "Huh," and just I was like, "Oh, okay," and just left.
So you'd try to talk to another family member if you bumped into them.
Yeah, I would.
Not now.
No, I would. If I saw somebody in my family I see, I would.
You saw your sister. You
Yeah,
gotta
I'll say, hey, but I'm not gonna like.
Make it a point.
I know one in my family makes an effort to meet out. If it's happenstance that we saw someone, it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's
but,
like
but
like
we-
running into somebody you know at Walmart.
Yeah, but then like it wouldn't be an awkward thing. It'd just pick up where
Right.
like last time we had a conversation.
One of you's got to take the initiative to like set up a meeting.
One of
my-
you do. You need to.
Taylor's like, I should be the person. I should take.
Yeah.
I should just make an effort to. I'm
Yeah,
like,
we say
no,
that-
they should make a fucking effort.
We
If
say
I hope-
that. I think we say this to you about every 6
I
or
know
7
every
months.
time I don't ever do anything
Have a family reunion.
because we always do it. My whole family's like, well, they don't talk to me, so they
Yeah.
don't want to talk to me. So when we all do it, it's like, well, they ain't reached out to me, so they must not want to talk to me. And that's how I am.
Who would be the most receptive? Your sister?
Yeah.
There you go. And they're over there. That's just go.
don't-
My sister, but me and my brother don't get along. We're just
Yeah.
like whatever.
I'm
We're
sure
totally
you-
opposite people.
Y'all
I'm sure you
brothers.
would now, though.
But he will
He's
say something smart ass. Every time I see him, he'll say something fucking smart ass.
He's a brother. He likes.
He's the well actually guy.
He
Like,
likes. He knows he can get under your skin.
You know,
so
he
does
reads the
it.
fucking R.A. Salvatore books. You know, those fucking that B tier fantasy novels. And he's anyway. You know, I don't want to get down that rabbit hole. You know,
See,
you
well,
got high fantasy and you got this fantasy.
Well, that's okay. Well, you're on two different spectrums.
No, you
though.
read Lord of the Rings. Well, I read these other books that fringe people read.
but you're on two different ends because then if he tried to arm wrestle you, he'd probably lose.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
You got two different ends.
you know, I was always
It's like-
husky growing up.
You're like
fucking asshole.
He would try to
You're
will
like
actually
Matt-
you, and then you just
So
like
what?
pick up the bookshelf.
You're like Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting talking to the dorky guy in the college campus bar who's like, well, actually, and then at the end he's like, how about I just fucking
How about them
slam
apples?
your head into the table? How about
Yeah.
them apples?
I think it's it. You do dinner with that side of the family, then work yourself up for Christmas or Thanksgiving. Talk to them and be like, hey, I got something for your kids.
And then you just don't
That's how you
talk to
get
your,
in there.
just don't talk to your brother the whole time.
How
Just
does
talk
this
to your
make
nieces
you
and
feel,
nephews.
Alex?
No, just be go in there and be like, look, I got family. That's kind of neat.
Yeah,
Because, you know, that's all you got.
one day that'll
One day.
happen.
You can be
Yeah.
Uncle
Baby
Alex.
steps.
Probably my mom or dad's funeral.
Baby steps, yeah.
I'm just dreading that day because there's gonna be a whole shitstorm of stuff, and it's like, where's my sister gonna go?
Oh yeah, because that's gonna be when y'all gotta split shit up, and then it's gonna be cutthroat. And
Yeah,
Why don't
come
you
on.
come live with you?
that should be a long way
Time to
down
move.
though, because
Time for
that look.
they're relatively
like,
young.
Time for the sister to grow her wings and fly off.
Or she can live at Alex's house.
We can put our collective forces together. Tyler can build cabinets. You know how to build shit, and
What?
put a little
Oh, you can.
little
I
daisy
a
room
tree
down here in the
house?
can.
basement.
No, I can hook you up on. I can.
A cage?
I got a basement right here. Y'all, we can finish this bitch
Let her
up.
live with their
Oh.
Say,
parents.
Thomas, this will make a pretty nice little finished area. You can start
Thomas
renting
wants
this
the
out.
girl living in his basement, is what
Yeah,
he's
that's not
saying.
happening.
It's a supplemental income.
I'm putting in a smoke detector. Don't worry about
Yeah, I know, yeah.
I'm looking at passive income. Thanks.
it. These cameras are for our protection.
Just protect me from you.
If I had someone living down here, I would not have the steps in the door going up.
Right.
Those would be gone.
No,
Unless she's a
It'd be
pretty girl.
separated- Be a separated room.
No,
Unless she's a pretty girl.
the steps in the door would be gone.
You just get rid of that door. Just like
yeah.
this is the area.
Dude, if you had a girl.
You could even plumb a toilet down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit her.
Just have a little studio, one room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get about $700-800 a month for that.
Dude,
Probably more.
if you had an attractive girl living down here, I know you'd fantasize about her coming up at night, like sneaking in your bedroom.
I mean,
It's
who wouldn't?
kind of cold and damp down here.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
She's
There's
like on the
rats
door
down
frame.
There's
You're
you,
like,
you would
oh,
too.
Fuck.
If you had a girl, if you had a girl living in your garage, you'd be like,
Why don't she come up here?
You'd be like, it'd be cool if she came in here, you know.
Oh, see, that's
I think of a bit of
You
an
think
anger.
that way,
You'd be
too.
sitting there like, you'd be sitting there.
Why is she not talking
Yeah, that's
to
what
me?
I'm saying. You're sitting there and
no.
like she's down. You know she's down there, but she's by herself. And it's like, why is she not talking to me?
And you just
I
hear
wouldn't be that way.
hear her down here like
I'm like,
like a little cough.
But she's
You
waiting
know-
for
I'm
you.
like,
to
are
come
you
back in.
okay?
Yeah, you fantasize about her fantasizing about you. You're like, oh god.
you start hearing
It'd be
phantom
that-
coughs now.
It'd be that situation. For
Yeah, then you hear a
anybody.
guy's voice down here.
It'd be that
Oh, then you'd be like,
situation
you
for
put yours
anybody.
like, motherfucker.
Dude, honestly,
it?
if they're paying good
What
money
is
to rent out
it?
a little space,
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. If they're paying good money to rent out a little space and giving me passive income, it probably would be no issue.
You're jerking off angry as they have sex.
It's not going to be long before your kids kick you out down here. So they're like, I want
I'll
this
kick
area
them
down.
out down here.
No, they got a whole area over there.
Yeah, they can. Well, this is going to be our little zone. They can have everything over there.
Well, you can have the whole house. This is my little side shack, guys.
Yeah, we can just make like a little game area over there. But they like their rooms, so they don't like to share things. So
To waterproof these walls a little bit.
they're not that bad.
Get you a French drain outside, seal up this wall from in here with some rubber. Be good to go.
See, I don't think if that turned into a common area and my kids had to share it, it wouldn't work. Because whenever they start, they're like, this is mine, and then they start fighting. So
Just gotta slap them when they get like that.
they
So then you beat it into their head when they get like that. They fear.
like their own space.
That's it, Thomas. When you get find excuse for a new TV, now you can put your old one down here, put like
yeah.
a Nintendo up to it, and be like, all right, guys, you can go down there and play.
They don't give a fuck about
Don't go in the
Nintendo.
podcast room.
Don't give a fuck.
There's titties in there.
They probably did
I
that.
think they did.
I think they did too.
Well, how can they get a hold of us?
Yeah. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out
Oh,
there.
and happy Father's Day, Thomas.
Yeah.
Hey, Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll be doing something that day.
You know, I got a dog. You got a dog.
Happy Father's Day, Alex, and you take care of your dog.
I got four of them. I'm
dogs.
more of a dog dad than he
I'm a
is.
fur dad.
Fair dad, yeah.
Happy Father's Day to all the fur daddies.
Thank
out
you. I
there.
deserve it.
You got any animals or anything,
It's
Chris?
hard.
No, all my future children are in the freezer.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's a
I'm just
passive
messing.
income stream.
I don't understand that, Chris.
Making cum lollipops.
These are good cake pops. They're actually creamy.
Anybody want a pop? Anybody want a lollipop?
What's up? It's lemonade.
Oh, that's nasty.
But yeah, happy Father's
Out.
Happy Father's
True
Day, to everybody. You
sociopath.
can reach out to us. That's hashtag TechLab. You know, like, subscribe, follow us.
It's cum free.
Do all the social media things. You can listen to us everywhere.
Does it?
Spotify. You can watch us on
I am trying to
YouTube.
jerk off in the freezer.
Follow us. Do all the cool stuff. If you liked everything, leave us a comment. Reach out to us, or you can reach out more intimately and personally to our Patreon or our email. TechLabPod@gmail.com. It's TSTTLABPOD@gmail.com. Wow.
You see where that guy tried to freeze a candle that was lit inside of a freezer and it burned it down?
No.
He tried to freeze the flame.
For some reason, I feel like that would work if you got it cold enough.